Okay, now the purpose of this video is to demonstrate um, the trigger pull before and after the spring upgrade kit from Sprinco. And of course, I'm adding a ZR tactical brass guide rod, and I believe it was a 15-pound recoil spring. What I'm doing now is trying to get an average of a series of trigger pulls on my Match Pro, just to know where I'm at before any trigger modifications are installed. Um, I believe uh, this pistol was averaging roughly about 5 pound pull, maybe high fours, high fours. Um, Trigger was extraordinary. I mean, I really was second guessing myself because this DPT trigger from Walther is really something special. It really doesn't need any significant alterations, but I am a little bored, and when I'm bored, I find things to keep me busy. I was doing some research online, and I saw that with some upgraded parts, you can lighten the trigger pull significantly. So here we are. So now that I was able to achieve an average of about 5 pulls. Again, it was maybe high fours, 4.8, 4.7. I'm not sure what it was. Now I'm just going to strip the slide and begin the process. Um, I'm using a hook pen here. I picked these up at Harbor Freight. Um, it was sort of an intimidating process only because I've never worked on a Walther before. I've done Glocks and CZs and stuff like that. But here I am showing the orientation of the trigger return spring. Just in case I forget something, I'll have the video to go back and reference. Um, the installation appears to be straightforward, but with my luck, these things always tend to be a little bit more difficult than they should be. Um, as you can see, I got a little. There's a little bit of an issue here taking the rear part of the trigger return spring off of the trigger bar, whatever that piece is. I'm not even sure what it is. It's something plastic. It looks like it's a trigger bar, but I'm not sure. I'm just slowly taking my time to see if I can unhook it. I wasn't too sure if if it would just unhook, but it does appear to just be a loop that gets attached to that trigger bar piece or section. Um, Again, it was giving me a hard time, so I didn't want to rush things and force it out. I wasn't too sure, so I took my time, and I even tried to go back into the Sprinco trigger kit and see how the setup of the spring actually is. And you can see here shortly where I say to myself, I'm just going to grab the package and check the trigger return spring in the package. And that turned out was very helpful. I was able to notice that on the rear side of the trigger spring, it's a loop, so it's a closed loop, and it just gets placed over, or I should say, yeah, right over the trigger bar section. And then on the front part of the spring is actually a hook part. It's kind of like a hook hook end of the spring, and that goes into the little notch area of the trigger assembly, or whatever you want to call it. So once I saw that, it actually helped me out, and I was able to detach it. This actually took a little longer than it should have. Again, I was taking my time doing this. I didn't want any issues of the sort or any broken pieces. Typically, there are some times when I begin, and it could be anything, not just pistols. I'll work on my car and I'll rush something, and all of a sudden you get a stripped nut or a bolt, or something gets frayed. So I didn't want that to happen this time, so I just took my time to release it. And if you bear with me, it'll happen shortly. It'll pop right out. Here I am using a straight pick because of the hook pick was getting stuck underneath another piece, and it was making it a little difficult. So I got the rear off, but I'm still trying to take the front. Again, guys, don't be intimidated. It's not that bad. I just took my time with it, and it came out. So now I reach for the other spring, and the installation was the reverse of the removal process, so I'm able to just snap it in. And place it back. So I believe I just hooked it in using both picks. So there's a close-up of the trigger return spring installed. What I'm going to do is attach the slide, do a functions test real quick, and I am going to check the trigger pull weight at this level. So now with the magazine inserted, I'm only checking for the trigger pull weight due to the replaced trigger spring kit from Sprinco. Not the kit, but the actual trigger spring at this time. And what I did notice is the trigger pull weight dropped significantly with just the spring replaced. So I think I do another average of about 5 pulls, and we're getting mid threes to low threes, I believe. All right, so I just installed the trigger return spring. Now I have to take the optic off to install the safety plunger. This part sucks, but it is what it is. I have to re-zero the optic after installing it again. I'm going to put some Loctite on the screws for now until the whole operation is done. And hopefully, it'll be easier to do. I don't know, the trigger weight dropped already, so I don't know if, it's already doing its job. We're going to be changing this out also. Hopefully that goes well. The gun has been cleaned already, so I don't think I'm going to clean it again. I didn't expect this to come by so quick. I'm going to pause the video. Because I don't know what's needed. I don't know if I'm supposed to hold this down or press this in. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Oh, I guess that was that. The extractor comes out. Maybe it won't need to pause this. I don't know if this just comes out. Oh, I guess it does. Oh, there it goes. All right, so we're going to give this a little hose down because it looks like it might be dirty. All right, so since I'm just gonna see if okay, that's not working. Okay, I think. Okay. It's my first time doing this, guys, so bear with me. Might as well get this stuff out and clean it. No, that's not too bad. I don't know, I can't remember if there's a spring in there or... Doesn't look like there's a spring. So we're just gonna clean this out and hopefully everything goes smooth. Nice cleaning of the slide. I guess you can forward again, guys. I like cleaning my stuff out, and hopefully, I would have liked to polish this stuff up, but I'm not gonna do it right now. This looks good. I mean, this gun rarely sees more than 100 rounds at the range. So, all right. Now, what I want to do is put this spring back. Actually, you know what? Let's try this off. Shit. Gotta be careful because this thing. Just dry it off. Now I hope that I can get this on without any issues. All right, so this is going to go back. Okay. Just cleaning out the inside here because it looked like there was some crud in there. Next time, I mean, depending on how the trigger pull is, I'm gonna probably polish up some of this stuff. I don't think the polishing is gonna give it that much more, but my OCD will kick in. My OCD kicks in, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. That went a little too easy. Little too easy for me. I don't know. I do not know. Sometimes these things can be so difficult that you're a little bit discouraged from doing anything to your gun. And then sometimes these things are so easy that you're like, damn. Okay. Well, that is a little bit too easy, but let's not complain. Okay, let's see. All right. Trigger does feel slightly lighter. Let's see now what our trusty gauge says. So 0. Oops. Delete. Whoa. Oh, that's significant. That is a significant drop. Significant drop. One more just to be safe. Look at that. All right, so now we had a significant trigger weight pull drop. Reset. It's like 90 degrees. I'm going to see what the take up is now. Take up seems to be a little more. I'm not sure if you guys be the judge. We did get a significant trigger weight pull drop. The trigger pull is definitely lighter. And stay tuned for the guide rod install. So guys, turns out I did the install wrong. I had to look up the video online from ZR Tactical, and I installed it. I installed the guide rod and the spring. Turns out this is a 15-pound spring that comes with this from ZR Tactical. Here's the packaging. So it's a PDP. Mine is a full-size match, 15-pound brass, and it comes in this neat little bag. They give you a little sticker. It turns out I don't think I need this, so I'm going to try to send it back along with this little safety plunger. I think I got 2 I wasn't supposed to get. The kit comes with both, so so I'm going to try to take it off now just for the video's sake. The gun does feel lighter. The racking of the slide is easier. The trigger dropped dramatically. The reset feels a little awkward. I'm not sure. I'm not a professional at this, so I can't really say. But so it's the wall, and then yeah. So it does feel better. The slide is easier to rack. Hopefully, when I take it to the range now, I won't have any issues. I'm going to attempt to take the slide off for you guys to see so that you can see the install. And there it is. I'm also going to lube the gun now. So this spring is under a lot of tension and it's not captured, so it'll slide and it'll fly. It flew straight across the room. So that's the way it looks. I was supposed to line it up here inside of this little crevice, and I didn't. So the rod went all the way forward, and it just created some serious issue. So I'm going to attempt to do it again. So I'm going to just take this off, and the spring comes right out. So we're going to do the syringe method the way the individual on the ZR Tactical video showed. So you got to make sure that the spring ends sit right at the little crevice spot in there in the dust cover so that you're able to do the syringe method the way he said. So we're going to try to do this again, and hopefully I'm able to get this. And I think I got it. So there's that. It's in there. It's nice and tight. So we're going to try to install now. Do a functions test. And there it is. Works perfectly. I'm going to try to re-zero the optic after some lubing and let you guys know how I went in the range. I hope that this video was enough for you guys. I know sometimes when I look for videos and I try to find things, I can't find them. It burns my whiskers. I just can't stand when I have to, look for a specific issue regarding one of my specific model and I cannot find it. There's a bunch of videos on F series and PDP S Pros and compacts. Sometimes we want to see the actual gun that we have in possession, the install job to be done on that specific model. That burns my whiskers. It pisses me off because sometimes the F series might have a notch where the full size doesn't have a little notch, or the notch is on the left side. And we need to be specific with these type of things because that can be crucial to any installation video. And I don't understand why people are not more specific when doing these videos. It's very simple to say this method applies to the F model, the Pro model, and the full size 5-inch model. It does not apply to the 4.4, 4.5, or whatever. It's just that much easier, and it makes the user or the individual attempting the install, it makes it that much easier for them to be confident behind the work that they're going to perform. I don't understand why we keep having this issue. The title of this vehicle will be something related to the Sprinco installation, ZR Tactical, full size PDP Match 5-inch. And that's that. I mean, we get as specific as possible so that we don't have any issues, and that helps avoid further installation problems later on down the line. Thank you. That's it. That's my little rant, and have a good one. We'll go to the range now and post an update.
Warnings about muzzle down range. There's a cop, a retired cop, with another retired cop. I thought they were Chris. Yeah. So I was lenient. Chris, he goes, I just met him at the range. He didn't have his because that would have been it. He would have been gone. I mean, and they weren't like this. They were like all of them. There's two types of cops. There's one type that's better than everybody. Yes, I used to go out with this.
So just came back from 2 range sessions, and um, I'm impressed. I have to admit that I'm impressed. However, as stated before in numerous videos on YouTube and Reddit posts, I did get some malfunctions. Nothing too concerning, but while I was shooting after like maybe 2 mags, I got a failure to go into complete battery, kind of like that much off. I don't know if it might have been due to any maybe limp wristing or anything of the sort, but I do think it has to do with the ZR tactical guide rod and spring, because I never got that malfunction before. I mean, again, the empty casing, um, after firing it, it ejected properly. The new round was chambered, but it failed to go completely all the way in. So it was like something like that, and then I just had to tap it, and then it went off again for like another mag. So far, since the Sprinco upgrade and the ZR tactical guide rod, ever since then, I've had 4 malfunctions. So I want to say 3 uh, uh, incomplete battery, same characteristics. The slide would cycle, and it would just kind of like stop right here. So all I did was like tap it, and it would right away go in, and then boom, I was able to fire. Um, the other one was one light primer strike, but to elaborate a little further, I did get one light primer strike on this gun. I want to say 3 months ago, when uh, after about a few range sessions, I got one light primer strike. So now it's 2 in about, I don't know, maybe 500 rounds, maybe. Um, so yeah, so 3 incomplete batteries, failure to go into battery, with that characteristic being the same. The cycle, the gun slides back, chambers a new round, but goes up to about there. So I just tap it, and it goes right back, and you're able to shoot like another mag or so. This is a 21 rounder, so it's 21 plus 1 in the chamber. So you figure, I don't know, 20 something rounds, another 20 something rounds, 44. So in about 3 mags, I got 2 incomplete failures to go into battery. And then yesterday I went back to the range, and after another 2 mags, I got 1 light primer strike. So I'm assuming it's the spring. I'm going to keep running it, and hopefully, maybe needs to be broken in. Not sure. I'm not too concerned about it, because I can always go back to the OEM spring. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I specified that in the video and informed you guys of probably an issue you might encounter. Stay tuned for another range session video to see if those issues arise again.